Everybody, for those of you that want to try to get the red box Epicurean, I wanted to do a beginner's guide on how to farm Galrun, which I hope will be helpful. The easiest way to do this is on a Titan with Lorelei Splendor as the helmet, but a lot of YouTube videos don't show you the setup for actually getting and using the charged melee all the time. So the way I did this is for my charged melee, I used R1. For the auto melee, I didn't want to accidentally hit it, which is right above it there. And so I mapped that to two that I rarely, if ever, would actually press at the same time, which is L2 and R1, just to get it out of the way. And the same holds true for the finisher. I found that for the finisher, um, I was dying in the middle of finishers. I didn't like that. So I bound that to L2 and R1 as well, because I just basically didn't want to use finishers at all. And you'll see the benefits of using the charged melee with hammers for the Titan on this. For the loadout, shotgun, very helpful with subsistence because it'll auto reload your shotgun with a kill. You'll see how that's helpful. Frenzy's very helpful as well. Callus Mini Tool used basically the main one here is the incandescent. That's great if you're running the solar. Galley speaks for itself. Here I use rocket launcher ammo finder and well of ordnance. So the well of ordnance here is basically picking up a solar elemental well grants you additional grenade energy. These well mods, you can flip them between different gear that you have. Bountiful wells I put on my gauntlets. Like I said, you could put these on your helmet if you wanted to too as well. But elemental wells mods that cause you to spawn elemental wells, they're great to use within this encounter. Well of Life, picking up a solar well grants increased regeneration. Great one to have. Highly recommend. Font of Might, picking up an elemental well that matches your subclass, grants a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that same elemental type. Well, we are using the Callus Mini Tool and the Galley, and they're both solar, so that's great. And then the last one, which is the big one, is the Melee Well Maker. So powered melee combatant final blow spawn elemental wells matching your subclass energy type. The benefit of this loadout is the fact that the more wells you generate, the faster your regeneration for protecting yourself, right? Because you don't want to die in this encounter. So there's a little trick that has been talked around on the internet, but I'm going to actually show you how to do it. You load up basically on the Galrun site. So I didn't show you the first part to get here, but you all should probably know how to get here by now. You kill these bell ringers, and then you go into you look at your radar and find out where the actual standard essences are. So the first time you go through, you actually kill both of the essence guys. So I'm killing both of the essence guys, but I'm only picking up one standard essence. So as you saw there, I left the stuff alone. It tells you my standard essence is Warbeast on the left-hand side of the screen. So now I'm going to go through. I've got one that I left, but I killed two standard bearers, right? All right. Here now, I wait, and I'm going over to the Warbeast. It's right across on the left side up on the wall. It shows you the Warbeast right there. Okay, so now you come down in here, and you're going to actually kill the first one, kill the second Bellkeeper, and then you actually put, your essence down for the Warbeast. Now again, you can take your time here, okay? Because you don't necessarily need to hurry this up. This part is not timed. And the whole purpose of this one here is that, again, the more you're using that incandescent and the more you're using your hammer, and I've lost it here, but the more you use it, the more wells you're going to generate, and the longer you're able to survive. So basically the next part, you have to be in the room, okay? So you have to be in the room that you just opened, and then you shoot the bell across. So here I'm going to shoot the bell across. Now watch as I use the shotgun here. You can use your hammer and shotgun at the same time, okay? Which really helps out. Or just use your shotgun and it auto reloads it after a kill. So that really minimizes those seconds that you use between killing these guys. Alright, so here you have to kill the 2 bell keepers. Alright, now I'm going across and I'm actually looking for that essence, and I found it there. Now in here, don't kill any ads. Just grab the essence. You don't want to kill any ads, and I'll show you here in a second why. So remember, we killed 2 of the essence guys the last run. We only killed, we didn't kill any of them the second run, right? Alright, so kind of a rinse and repeat at this point in time. I'm going to put down Chalice. I'm using hammers. As you can see, I've got plenty of hammers. I can use hammers all day long. And that's the benefit of setting your personal preferences up for your key mapping. Or mapping of your controllers, I should say. So I'm just hammering away, which makes it simple. And I'm creating all the wells here. You can clear out some ads. Shoot the bell while you're in the room. So now we're coming up to the VPS phase as soon as we get past this next room. I saw another brick there. Okay, so here, we're back in here again. Remember, we didn't kill the essence guy last time around, so I'm looking for him. So you got 50 seconds right now on the nightmare collapsing on the left-hand side of the screen. Okay, every time you kill these guys, you get extra time. Here's my guy, and it automatically just bumped it up almost to a minute, which gives me plenty of time. So the bell keepers, I typically just kill with 1 shot with the galley. And then I go after the boss. Make sure you don't shoot him too close with the galley, otherwise you'll go down because you're too close to actually using the galley. But you could always hammer him to push him back. I have plenty of time here. I got 30 seconds, as you can see. The thing to keep in mind here is when you're actually doing the DPS phase, always have the bell close to you. He'll come to you. As you can see, I'm close to the bell, and I'm looking at the time. I'm out of heavy, but I can still use my shotgun. And if you get close and personal with him, you can use your shotgun to really do some great damage to his head. So we're about a quarter of the way down. So this is going to be about 4 runs. What you do now, you rinse and repeat. So you go on the other side of the map. I always choose to go to the other side. Killing ads, looking for a little bit of some bricks, maybe a heavy or a green brick, because I want to use those green bricks as much as possible when I'm in the rooms, right? Alright, so now we're going to kill the bell keepers. Hammer away. Now when we go into the next phase here, I'm going to load up. Just make sure I'm completely loaded up. We go into the next phase, we're going to look at the radar, because we want to see where the standard bearers are at. Okay? That's the most important part. We're going to kill 2 standard bearers. Remember, we're redoing the whole thing, so it's 2 standard bearers this time. We pick 1 standard up. I'm looking at the radar. I see it on the radar up there. So I'm going to kill this standard bearer. And again, hammer away. Grab the essence, which is the war beast. And now I'm looking for a 2nd standard bearer. But I'm not going to pick up the standard. Important to remember here, when you're dealing with these bell keepers, stay towards the inside, because if you get towards the outside, they will stomp and kick you off the map. Here's my second standard bearer. And it's going to be axes. So the next time I come in here, I'm going to grab axes. This time I am not going to grab axes. I've already got war beasts. Okay? So kill 2 standard bearers your first run. Okay? And then leave all standard bearers alone the second run. So let's do war beasts. I'm waiting for the bell keepers to spawn. Now, if you get really good at this, again, I wanted to do a beginner's guide. I could have planted that war beast one and then just started killing ads. But again, for those of you struggling with this, like I did in the beginning, I just wanted to show it to you very, very, in my opinion, the easiest way that I found to do it. And your results may vary. So again, hammer away. Keep throwing hammers. Clear out ads all you want, all day long if you want to. At this point, be in the room. Alright, so now, remember, we've got a standard that's up that we need to pick up. We got 51 seconds, but we are not going to kill the standard bearer. We just want to pick up the standard. Easy for the bell keepers. So there's my standard. He's right there. I do not want to kill him because I want him to spawn when we're going to do our DPS phase. Because I want that extra time he's going to provide for me in that DPS phase. Which I believe you'll have to look at the seconds. I think it's like 10 extra seconds. That can be huge. I mean, that can help you from having to do multiple phases, multiple additional phases, right? So I've got the axe. It's right down on my left. I see a brick. I'm going to grab it, run back to my axe. Kill the bell keepers. Same thing. So remember, kill bell keepers first in order to open up the bell. Okay. Now, when you go into these rooms, I'll give you another hint if you remember this. Once you start hammering at the dogs at your feet, if you go to the left to the little cubby hole there, it prevents the mini-boss here from actually stopping you in your tracks. So it's just a nice little way of kind of giving you some time to catch your breath. So again, I'm killing these guys. I'm looking now for the standard bearer that we left alive. Hopefully I can find him. Sometimes you can't find him because he's hiding. And there he is. So that put me up to what, Nightmare Collapse, and it was 1 minute and 1 second when I hit him. And now we're doing DPS phase, and we've got almost a minute. So this gives you, instead of having a little over 30 seconds, you've got almost a minute here. And I'm just loading up on him. And if he gets too close, if he gets really close and you're afraid that your galley's going to end up backfiring on you, throw a hammer at him. 34 seconds, 33, I'm fine. Not a big deal. Pop my hammers. I got plenty of time here. I've got the bell to my back. Okay? So I'm working back towards the bell so I have as much time as needed if I need to ring the bell. The bell can be rung with one shotgun shot. And with 7 seconds, I decided, okay, I've had enough. We got them under a half. Rinse and repeat. Go across the map again. So to the other side. Don't kill the standard or the bell keepers on the side that you spawn in on, I've found. Because I've seen some really goofy stuff happen when I do that. Kill the first bell keeper. Kill the second one. Now, if you want to keep killing ads here to get heavy, you can do that. I used to do that, but I found that, I could be here for 10 minutes killing ads, and even with all the perks that I put on my armor for, finding, rocket launcher ammo. It takes forever to pop up. So I just don't even mess with that anymore. So here, I'm grabbing I'm gonna grab the standard essence as soon as I kill the standard bearer. Remember, we're killing 2 standard bearers. We're repeating the whole thing we did here, but we're only grabbing 1 standard essence. So I grab the chalice. See a brick down there? We have to kill the bell keepers, plenty of time. Okay? Because once you kill that second standard bearer, it's going to even give you more time. See how they stomp you backwards? So you have to be aware of that. Don't stand on the other side of him. So kill him too. Immediately get my health back. I am not grabbing that standard. Standard is war beast, or in other words, dogs. A lot of people refer to it as dogs. And I got 22 seconds here, so plenty of time. So, after I put the chalice down, wait for the standard, or the bell keepers to show up, excuse me. And this is a real fun setup to do. You can use this hammer wherever you're at. I mean, I've used it in the Duality dungeon, as you can see. I've also used it at the Castellum. It's a fun thing to do, and Titan's not even my main. Typically depends on the season. I've gone anywhere from Warlock to Hunter, and this is probably the first season that there's been quite a bit of love for Titan, with some of the with being able to throw hammers all the time, right? I mean, I'm constantly throwing hammers here. We put it down, 1 shot. Nope, that one took 2. But reloaded my shotgun. And it gets a little frustrating if you're in here and it's taking quite a bit of time to kill these guys. And again, this is not the DPS phase, so I decided, okay, I'm going to take some ammo. And so now, grab the standard. Don't kill the standard bearer. Don't kill any of the ads. Okay, now we got war beasts, or dogs. 15 seconds, plenty of time. So the next phase is going to be DPS, and I want to kill that standard bearer once we're in that next phase. These guys will stop. I've gotten killed by these guys as well. So I like to peek around the corner there and get them from there, if they're already up. And again, if you're going after the Epicurean, to be perfectly honest with you, the drop rate on that is very low. I've gotten 1 red box one. I can't tell you how many count I've done it. But they do drop, so I've proven that. And there's my standard bearer, and that pops me up to 54 seconds. And now I'm over a minute under the nightmare collapsing. You'll also notice it says Roaring Flames ×3. That really gives your hammers quite a bit more damage. So just FYI, the more roaring hammers you have, the more damage you can do. And we're doing okay so far. I mean, this isn't... I know some people have 1-phased them, some people have 2-phased them. I typically find 4 phases to me to be the safest with what I have here. And my whole thing is I'm just trying to farm on that darn Epicurean and get the red boxes, so I can keep going. Keep an eye on, again, keeping an eye on the Nightmare collapsing, 9 seconds, 8. He almost shot me off there. 4, 3, 1 shot, set you right on the other side. Okay, so now we're down to our last phase. We're again, rinse and repeat. You kill 2 standard bearers, you grab 1. Okay? So, once we go into the next room, that's the objective. Just like what we've done in the past. Grab some ammo there. And I find that some of the ammo actually drops in those little holes that you just saw there. So keep in mind, I found heavy ammo there before as well. So whenever you spawn in, just go to the other side of the room, you know, after a phase. But make sure that if you do feel uncomfortable or whatever, it's getting a little tight for you, use them hammers. Okay, looking at my radar, I can see the red on top, so I know there's a standard bearer over there. That's what I'm looking at. Typically right at the entrance, kill all the war beasts that you want. Grabbing Sun. Now we're going to kill the second standard bearer and not grab it. Okay, we're not grabbing the second standard. We just want the standard to be there for us to grab it the next time around. Again, I got my back towards the middle of the map. These guys tend to stomp. I don't want them stomping me off the map. There we go. So the next one's Chalice. He's over there in the corner. And again, if you want to, you know, you can start killing a little bit of ads. You got 30 seconds here. But if you're beginning out, you'll get the ammo that you need. It's just entirely up to you. So we're going to drop Sun as soon as the standard bearers show up. I should say bell ringers, right? Bell ringers. It said there's no time right here. We're at Roaring Flames times 3 at 11 seconds. So every time I throw a hammer, it will reset that. It does quite a bit of damage using those Roaring Flames. They're backed up to 19 seconds. As you can see, it just makes life quite a bit easier using that Roaring Flame perk to when you perk it. Alright, so in here. There's the trick. Give me one. One is better than none. So, again, this is the phase right before we want to kill or DPS them, right? So I'm just grabbing the standard, leaving everything alone, running to the bell to ring it. Now we're axe. Looking for ammo, nothing. I'm really looking for some more heavy. Just to make life a little bit easier. And like I said, you can just stay here in the middle if you wanted to, and start killing ads as they're spawning in until you got more heavy. Or I'd be a little bit happier if I had like 4 or 5 heavy at this point in time. But we'll get there. Don't forget the load up. But remember, run into the little cubbyhole room to the left. doesn't give them a chance then to start shooting at you. So the one thing about the hammer is if you throw it close to your feet, just in front of you, um, it typically bounces right back at you. But if you throw it at a distance and you miss, as all of you are aware, what can happen is that you'll lose the hammer and you can't find it. You know, with everything going on, with all the ads, and you got wells going on all over the place. Sometimes it's really hard to find. Here I'm just showing that I was looking around just to get in case there was any more heavy that was around. So I just decided to go through anyway. You're in the room, you shoot it. There's a heavy break. One shot kill these guys. I'm looking for my standard bearer. And yeah, I can't see him here. He must be behind me. And so I was like, okay, well, I've got 38 seconds instead of a minute. So again, I've lost 20 seconds here just due to the fact that I didn't kill the standard bearer, right? So I was like, okay, well, he's close anyway. So I'm going to pop this, try to finish him off in 24 seconds. Based on the times that I've done this before, this is plenty. But for you, like I said, you might have wanted to go back and kill that standard bearer and quickly find him. So he's almost done. And he's done. So I hope this helps everybody out, and good luck to you. Take care. Bye.